What are you using to stream?
This is
What's
called
your...
OBS.
Oh
OBS
yeah, I'm
Studio.
I'm I'm aware of this.
So I
Okay.
use OBS. So we can come in here and let's take some of these properties that weren't working for us before. Let's plug them in just to show. So the only thing I changed was I added in your actual API key. I forgot that I had already implemented that change, and once I realized it, I just had to flip that in real quick. Let's grab one more property just to show that it's working with the current data.
Okay. So, yeah.
And
So is the key in there now?
it is.
So should we show that part?
We got two options. We can show it on this live stream and then change it, or we can cut the live stream and not film.
Show it and change it.
Cool. We will show it now and we will change it. So if you're watching this and you want to steal our API information, go ahead. We will definitely be changing this. Sounds like... All right.
I'm gonna just a second. I'm muting my end.
Cool. So we've got property data. I've just uncommented the exact same thing that we did before. I have not changed that. I'll save that so that the code changes. And now over here, let's paste a property that we already had work. Let's paste it in a cell lower and see if we still get data or if it lags out again. Okay, so this time we did actually get that number in there. So making small changes. The philosophy I like to follow is do the simplest thing that could possibly work. So we'll take that.
Okay.
Plus a space because we want a space between the number
Right.
and then I think it's street name, I believe. And then we'll add plus what? City.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then we'll get state. Plus this, and then put in state. And now let's see what happens. Let's again take one of these. That one is not great. And I'm actually going to delete all these. Delete. So, it looks like the street is actually either undefined or I used the wrong attribute. Let's see if I still have the image I sent to figure out what street name actually is for address. For address, okay, it's just street, not street name. So I will change this. Instead of street name, it'll just be street.
What?
Okay.
And now if I save this, let's run the exact same thing, and then it should change undefined to an actual value. Let's delete that. And now we have 4670 Telegraph Road, Amherst, Ohio.
Okay.
So
Nice.
for me then I would just put address up here. And then if we go through and do any of these, let's take this one that we already have up top. Let's paste it in here. And now all of them will automatically fill in that exact same data. So if we wanted to mass upload, let's see if this will work. We just paste these here. And let's see if that does what we expect it to. So this will be dependent on how the trigger works. And on edit, we'll probably think that we just edited a group of cells instead of an individual. And right now, we are not handling a change for a group of cells. So based off of what we wrote, you will have to change them cell by cell.
Okay.
But all you would have to do to change that is just change the script to something that actually handles a change of multiple cells.
Okay.
And it's still populating all the data.
Nice.
You want to see what else you want to see? You want to see more from the database?
No, let's go back to the code.
The code. Cool. Here's the code.
Okay. So you'll put the new API key. That once you've changed it, that'll be essentially permanent.
Yep.
Okay. So variable. the variable payload, that takes the property that you put in and uses that along with the API key to pull the information.
Correct.
Okay. And method post. Okay. Response. I've seen that. Some of the stuff I've seen before. I know conceptually what JSON is. Property data. So there's a JSON for all of the data, right? Like everything in the database, right?
Correct. Yes. Do you want me to show you in Postman what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah. If
So
you don't
we've
mind.
got, let's get a property. So this is exactly what's going on behind the scenes. We've got get property. Let's clips that. See how slow this goes. And let's grab a property. We go into Postman. We paste the property. And then we send that off. So this is exactly what the API gets back, is all this info. And then we are just parsing through that. So every single property does have this JSON object. And all that you're doing is grabbing the fields that you want and putting them into the Google Sheet.
Okay, so that's getting everything in. Okay, that sounds good. Interesting. Now, what if I wanted to put? So is property data? No, are amenities an array?
Are amenities an array? So if you wanted to grab amenities, you down to grab that right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's grab amenities. So are you talking project amenities right here?
Yes.
So it looks like project amenities is an array inside of improvements. So what we'll want to grab, we'll grab this. Amenities equals.
I was right about it being an array.
You're correct. You are correct that it's an array. Is that all you wanted to know? Do you want me to stop?
No. I want to arrays. I'm assuming array pulls in slightly different than a single point.
Yeah,
Is
let's see. Let's see if it does. You're asking great questions.
I was also just slightly proud that I actually understood what an array was. So.
It didn't even register for me. I work with them so often. You're right. Let's take a moment of gratitude. That is an important concept to understand, especially in our age, of what an array is. We got improvements. So if we have improvements, then we will grab improvements. And inside of improvements, there's the array project amenities. Boom. And that's what we'll use. And if project amenities is not available, then it'll insert no data.
Yeah.
So let's insert in one more column over. Boom. Let's go amenities. Bam. Save that. Let's try another property. We'll try Bay, Indies, Venice, Florida. What'd you do? And it looks like we got Clubhouse. Now, what should we have returned? We should have returned a lot of things. So it looks like how I did it, it just grabbed the first element instead of grabbing all of them. So what I would do, depending on how you would want to set it up, I would either do a loop, and then I would loop over it and create a string. Actually, array to string JavaScript. The toString methods joins the array and returns one string containing each element separated by commas. So all we got to do is go array.toString, and then that should be Gucci. So we'll go right here, and then we'll say amenities dot to string. And now we should be good. Let's see what it does this time. Bam. So now it just appended them all with commas in between them, and it got every single one.
Can we make it append it with commas and a space?
With JavaScript, you can definitely do that. Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I would have to. It would be more involved than what you just did, though.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good for now.
All good for now. Let me shut off the live stream. Thanks for